Alright, some creepy shit's been going down. I don't even know how to explain it, but... Alright, story time, hold on.
How do you put this thing on?
So, let me start off with the history of my house. House is really old. Well, it was really old, it's not really old anymore, but we used like the same foundation and rebuilt the house on top of it type deal. And before that, when it was just like an old little cottage, we had ghost problems. I mean, I don't know, believe me or don't, but we had like things where sinks were turned on for no reason. Like when we wake up in the morning, or all the windows in the house would be open. This is when we were living in a cottage, and there was no explanation for it. So we were told by some of the neighbors that were around here that before myself was born, or my father even owned this property, that my house used to have like a little like horseshoe driveway around my garage out there when it was just a cottage, and it used to be the old hunt club for the area around me. And it turned out that after a night of partying, I guess, whatever, it started to rain, so everyone started to go home and everything, and there was a big storm coming. I live on the lake, by the way. So while everyone was leaving my house, well, not my house, but the cottage that it used to be before any of us even lived here or owned the property, I know this is going to sound like an urban legend or something weird like that, but father and a daughter, I don't know who they are, I have no idea who they are, but they were pulling out of the little driveway, and supposedly a bolt of lightning like hit a tree, or the tree snapped, or I don't know the story, this is what I've been told personally, and it fell on top of the car and killed the father and the daughter. And that's what we believe why we've been having problems around here. The problem started like when I was like 6. I wasn't living here, this was just a cottage when I was 6. But then we had the house blessed by a friend of ours, and we didn't see any problems until I was about 13 when we started to rebuild the house, and things started to get a little funky. Like we were like painting the house and stuff. There was no furniture in the house or anything at the time, but we were painting the house, and you just see something like someone walk by, and it was either just me or just my mom, or just me and my mom that were painting our house at the time. And it turns out that like we just see like as if like someone out of the corner of our eye just like walk by like down that way, and like we'd go there in the middle of the night because like they'd be doing the construction on it in the morning and all throughout the day. So like, I mean, we come here about 6 o'clock to paint everything, and then we started like hearing noises like someone's like moving around like a wooden stool or something like that, you know, like, but there was no furniture in the house, there was nothing, it was just completely blank except for some paint cans and tools. So once we finally got everything in and we moved in finally, we got the house blessed again by the same person, and we haven't seen any problems until just this past week or so. In this past week, like, it was just me and my dad that were here, and we've heard like things just fall, and there was no like remnants of anything falling. Like we heard it downstairs in the living room, we heard something fall, but we went and checked, and my mom went and cleaned, and we asked her, like, did you find anything that could have possibly fallen or out of place down there? She's like, no, not at all. But we're sure we heard it. I mean, call me crazy or whatever, but we heard it. And then my dad heard like something fall but break inside of its bathroom, like a glass shattering. So he assumed it was a picture. We went over there and we checked it out, and there was no glass, and the picture was gone out of the picture frame. Here, I'll show you. It was just like the picture frame. It was fell, I guess, but everything was there except for the glass and the picture. And we were kind of just spooked, like, oh crap, it fell, but we didn't really realize the picture was there until my mom came in and told us about it. And I'll show you what went down. This is where the picture was hanging, if you can see it right there. The picture was hanging right there. And the picture fell. If a picture's hanging on a wall and it falls, it would hit that, then fall down on the ground. Alright, so if you guys know anything about the mechanics of a picture frame, it usually goes glass, and then the picture is taped onto glass right now. It was before too. Goes picture to glass. And then you put your mat in there. Then you close up the backing of it, and this has some tape on it, and it has some little things to hold it down as well. And then that's your picture, right? Well, my mom had asked me before, do you know where this picture is? And she held up the frame because there was no glass or picture. And so my mom checked around, like we looked under here and everything. We didn't see the picture underneath like that, and we looked everywhere for the picture. So now we kind of got a little creeped out, right? Like, where the hell is this picture and where the hell is the glass? We didn't find it, and we figured, well, maybe by some phenomenon it fell behind the mirror, right? So we pulled the mirror off the wall, and we didn't see it. I looked myself again, just tonight, right now. Now, like I said before, we previously pulled this mirror off the wall and looked at it, but when I pulled it off the wall just tonight, it fell out from back here. It fell out from back behind the mirror. It wasn't there before, so we pulled the entire mirror, and it didn't fall. You would think that we would see it because it shows the picture that we've been looking for, right? But then we figured, well, maybe we just didn't see it. But something that is even weirder is that the mat, you would think that the mat would fall behind here too, because the mat comes before the picture. And the mat was on the ground as well, so I don't know. That's just my ghost story, I guess.
Badness and me wonders, girl better know say. Badness and me wonders, boy better know.